So here's something that not everybody wants to address, but needs to, and that is material cost increase. That's right, it's now fall of 2020. We've just come through the pandemic, and depending upon where you live, you may or may not be required to be wearing a mask right now. One of the things that is certainly impacting the real estate market, besides record low interest rates, buyers coming out of the market in droves, and low inventory, is now also limited building supplies and material cost increase. Those two items, meaning the supply chain of how readily available certain building materials are, as well as what those material costs are both impacting new home sales prices in a big way. In fact, many builders have recently had to take price increases. Unfortunately, we have had to as well. Now, what's one of those biggest price increases? Well, this year alone, in 2020, which we're only 3/4 of the way through at this point, lumber prices alone on the average single family home have almost tripled. That's right, nearly 3 times as much for the lumber to build your home today than it did back at the beginning of the year. We can debate on what are some of the things that have impacted that, such as, again, record new home sales, not just for us, but every home builder out there, is definitely impacting supply, but the cost of those materials, they are a natural resource, getting them sent from where they typically come from, Canada, out to where we need them, and some tariffs that are also in place have all played a major impact on lumber pricing alone. Other material has also increased and has become very difficult to get our hands on. A lot of the electronic parts in a house, for example, circuit breakers at one point, if you go down the local Home Depot aisles, you will find it almost looks barren in many of the electrical supplies you might need, certainly switches and breakers. While those items are slowly making their way back to the market, meaning back into the builder's hands, some of those prices have inflated because of those limited supplies. Other things, looking at HVAC equipment, for example, while many of those actual pieces of equipment might claim that they are made in the USA, many times that means they are assembled here in the USA, but may be built by components brought in from overseas. And while those components are in limited supplies, that is impacting just how many HVAC equipment, air handlers, furnaces, heat pumps, are actually available or could be procured by a builder. Other things that are impacting it is while those US production facilities have reopened, they are at a limited staffing level, meaning if the company was able to keep 50 employees working on the production line, right now, due to social distancing or COVID, they might only be able to keep somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 employees. So production, while it's still in full force, has been limited. All of those factors greatly impact the pricing you are seeing on new homes. Also, low inventory in the resale market has impacted and has caused resale pricing to skyrocket. All this means is basically the house price that you saw yesterday may very well not be the price that you will see today, and certainly not the price that you will see tomorrow. If you find the house that you like, it has never been more important than ever that you take the appropriate action and lock in your pricing with us or with any builder, honestly. Because again, while nobody likes to see price increases, I can honestly tell you it is just a reality of today's marketplace. I'm Steve Turner, the New Home Sales Pro, and I thank you for tuning in and finding a way to make sure you are an educated home buyer in this amazing marketplace to be buying a brand new home of your own. If there's anything I can do to personally help, again, I'm Steve Turner, the New Home Sales Pro, and I look forward to taking great care of you.